I'd like to begin this section on how a network functions by just saying, or just asking, what is a network to start with? And a network really can be as simple as this. I've got two computers, or computing devices, as I said here in the definition, that are interconnected. Here's my wire to connect them such that they can share data and resources. So this would be probably the world's simplest network, just simply two devices talking to each other. In this case, I've added another device. I've got a central hub, which is not really a hub, it's a switch in this case, and it's got three computers connected to it. Now, of course, I can make that 4, 5, 10, 20, 40, or so on, but several computers that are all able to intercommunicate through this switch. So a little bit more complex network. Of course, you can go on and get as complex as you want. Here I've got several computers, a firewall, I've got switches, wireless, routers perhaps, phones, printers, all sorts of things all connected here together. So you can get fairly complex with this thing. However, there is one question that comes to mind, and that is, what do you do in some cases? How do you define whether something is a network or not? Now, in this case, I've got a computer, and I've got a printer connected directly to that computer. Is that a network? I mean, after all, this printer, let's say that this is a rather sophisticated, smart printer. It's capable of holding an IP address. So is this a network or is it not a network? Questionable. I guess under a strict interpretation of our definition, you would consider this top illustration here as a network. However, really it's just kind of a computer with a printer attached to it. If it's not using the standard protocols such as IP and so forth, then we might not consider it this a network. Now down here we certainly do have a network. Here I've got a switch and I've got this computer and a printer, and the printer is connected directly to the switch. And if I added more computers here, then all of them could communicate with this printer. This printer will have its own IP address. This certainly would be a network. So it's kind of fuzzy here. It's a matter of interpretation, and we won't try to get that detailed at this point. But it is something that's interesting to think about. All right, well, thank you for listening here, and come back in the next video. We're going to talk about an internetwork.